Welcome to Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee, where you'll be learning how to make restaurant quality dishes with fresh, simple ingredients.
These are the ingredients for our combination fried rice. The first ingredient I want to focus on is going to be our sauce, which we're using for the rice. Now this sauce is a combination of sesame oil, oyster sauce, rice wine vinegar, as well as soy sauce. We're not only using this for a sauce for our combination fried rice, but as well our shrimp is marinating in that same sauce right now. So the proteins that I'm using for this combination fried rice are going to be shrimp. I've got a little New York strip steak, as well as chicken. Now you could omit all of these and your rice would still be absolutely delicious. This is just what I'm using in mine for my combination fried rice. Remember to always adjust yours accordingly. And as well, we have our Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee seasoning, which is used in all my recipes because it's a very basic seasoning blend of salt, pepper, a little garlic powder. It can be used on all recipes. Our mixed vegetables, we've got our butter, my cooked rice here. I've got my eggs, which I'm gonna scramble. I've got my fresh minced garlic. I've got some red onion, some green onion, some minced ginger, as well as some coconut oil. I am scrambling the eggs that I just showed you in our ingredients. This is going to be the first step in preparing our combination fried rice. And don't take any extra precautions. I mean, we're literally just scrambling eggs here. We're gonna let it get a nice set, and we're gonna go ahead and put it in our pan. Now, if you see that, my pan was hot right off the bat because I want it to set immediately as soon as it's in the pan so that I can set it up for some nice pieces. You can go ahead and burst those bubbles. It's just not necessary. We want a full set because we'll be cutting these pieces up for our combination fried rice. But this is on to a nice start, and we're just gonna let that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes.
See our eggs here, they are starting to set. If you see, you can move that whole thing over. If it's set enough, go ahead and flip it over. If it still feels too flimsy, go ahead and let it cook a little more. You ain't gotta use your hands, but I'm just going to flip that out a little bit. And I'm just gonna chop this up because this is going into my eggs. So that is all you're looking for, is to set your eggs. It doesn't have to be this fried. You can cook your eggs to however you like your doneness of your eggs, but it at least needs to be a scramble. You can't use like an over medium egg for chicken fried rice. So you'll use this, and we're gonna cut this up, and we're gonna continue on with the process. This is how we wanna chop that egg up for our combination fried rice that we're making. Small pieces so that we can get just a bite of eggs throughout the portion of the rice.
We are all done. Just gonna put that right into the bowl there and let that cool off while we do the rest of the ingredients. So we've already cooked our eggs for our combination fried rice. We are now making the rest of the ingredients for that rice. I'm gonna add my onion into some coconut oil that I already had in the pan. You can use whatever oil you have or would like to use. I'm also gonna add some fresh garlic into here. And I'm also gonna add my steak. The steak that I used was a New York strip. You all, that's just one steak. You don't need a whole bunch of steak. I'll also have 2 other proteins that I'm adding to this rice. So you don't need a whole bunch. That's literally just one. I believe it was about a 10-ounce New York strip. So just use that to gauge how much. This is gonna feed a whole bunch of people. So you really don't even need that. Remember to season throughout. We season at every step so that everything has flavor. And we're gonna move right along and cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes before we add our next ingredients into the pan here. We've been cooking for about 5 minutes. And I just want to reiterate that if you use a good quality steak, I just mean basically anything above a chuck, like this is the New York strip steak. Please remember, look at all this steak in here, y'all. This is like a 10-ounce steak that I chopped up and diced. Use what you have to get what you want. Look how much meat that is. This is gonna be in rice. Every bit of rice is gonna have a flavorful bit of steak in there. So just remember that. Never let a recipe intimidate you because you think you don't have the ingredients. That is one steak in there. Our next step that we'll be doing is adding our veggies to the pan. The next step we're gonna take is adding our frozen veggies to our meat. You want to add these last. We didn't add these with the onions or the garlic because they're not fresh. As I said, they're frozen veggies, so they don't take as long to cook. So you want to keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and add those to our pan. And if you don't like either of what I put in here, like I have a blend of corn, peas, and green beans. You could just add corn, just add carrots, just add green beans, whatever you like. You do it however you would like it. We've got our veggies that are already cooked through here. So now we are gonna go ahead and add this ginger. It is not a mistake that I'm adding this at the end. You don't want to burn your ginger. You want it just to result in a nice fragrant flavor to add to your rice. So don't add it in the beginning because it definitely won't preserve until the end here. All right, after we've added that, we'll go ahead and we'll continue on to saute our rice. Our veggies and our steak is cooked down. We are getting ready to fry our rice up. So we are gonna add our butter to the pan. Now your butter is not gonna be the only thing to fry that rice. I am gonna add a little oil. I'm using coconut oil today. You can use what you have, and we'll use that as well to fry this rice up before we add our sauce. Now notice that I only added my steak, even though I'm using shrimp and chicken. My chicken is already cooked through, so it doesn't need to cook that long. Shrimp never needs to cook that long, so that's why I have not added those ingredients yet. The next thing I'm gonna add here is my rice. Adding my rice right to my meat and veggie mixture. We're gonna get a nice coating on that before we add our soy sauce blend to the mix. Remember to season throughout. You wanna make sure that your rice is very flavorful. That was my Starla McGee's house blend. And then I'm just going behind and then adding a little sea salt to our fried rice. Our rice has fried in our butter for about 3 to 5 minutes. So now we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna add our sauce blend as well as our chicken. That's cooked chicken. That's smoked chicken to be exact, just so you know why we're able to add that last. And then I'm gonna add my shrimp, which is in some of our soy sauce house seasoning. So make sure you add that shrimp last, completely uncooked, because shrimp take literally 5, maybe 4 to 5 minutes to cook. They don't take very long. As soon as they are all the way pink or they show no more gray or translucent color, then they're generally good and all the way cooked through. So you don't want to overcook those if you don't have to. So we're going to go ahead and stir this up and cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes. And we're also going to go ahead and add that egg in that we cooked earlier so it can get some of that flavor as well. All right, I've mixed all of our ingredients into the shrimp. Notice how I added that shrimp last. Do you see they are all the way cooked through? You don't need to cook a piece of shrimp past death to serve it in your meal, okay? These are all good. 4 to 5 minutes and they are done. The only last thing we're going to add to this combination fried rice is going to be a little of our green onion.
Thank you so much for cooking stuff with Starla McGee today. I hope you enjoyed this recipe of our combination fried rice, and I hope it works out well when you try it at home. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you have not already to my YouTube as well as my Instagram, and I will see you next time on Cooking Stuff with Starla McGee.